For many new resource parents, it's important to go through an FFA because often they receive a lot more supportive services. We offer support, we offer a lot of training, a lot of individualized plans for the children. We have the ability to call strategic meetings very quickly. STRTPs offer the youth a safe place where they can go, they can process things, they can work with a family, they get a lot of support, a lot of mental health. There's also aftercare for the children or youth, which is really helpful to help them transition to either family or to foster care.
Mi nombre es María Macías y he estado trabajando con el programa por varios años. Yo creo que desde el 2010 y he trabajado muy bien. Mi supervisora, Michelle, y ella me ha ayudado también mucho, me ha ayudado en las capacitaciones que tenemos, especialmente en la computadora, porque yo no sé mucho.
I think the biggest impact is going to be the stability of the children. Being able to stay in one place, I think it's more harmful if they're having to move and having to maybe move out of county because there's nothing else in the area, or which would move them farther from their families, harder to do visits, harder to reunify. So it would have a huge impact.
I entered foster care when I was 15, voluntarily actually. I was in a situation where I knew I had to get out, and I didn't know about foster care agencies. I pretty much thought I'd get a social worker and go into a foster home. Once I found out about RCS and all the services and all the people involved, was actually the perfect thing to happen at the perfect time in my life. I feel like I was able to be a kid again in a kid setting, and being in foster care for me was a very enlightening experience. Not only being in a functional clothing, guidance, being able to go to school with foster brothers, and in a setting that really gave me a lot of confidence and helped me catch my breath and get settled after leaving the situation I was in. But I feel for me it was a perfect opportunity for me to be a kid and learn how to deal with appropriate authority and boundaries, while also having the guidance and the structure to challenge myself moving forward, looking forward with meaningful life goals. Hearing that all FFAs could shut down is quite heartbreaking, not only because I understand the gravity of the situation that a lot of the kids are in that are placed, and the long-term effects of the events that they've experienced before being placed. I feel like it's such a waste of resources not to finish what is started when you help somebody change their life and then move forward with it. The independent living programs I was in gave me real life skills, real examples on exactly how to manage myself, how to manage work and school, and all of my responsibilities. And the person I am today, the highly dedicated community worker, I have an incredible family and a wonderful social net. And it's all because of the foster care agency and the multifaceted team that's around it.
When we initially were facing the reality of having to find another insuring body to maintain our FFA services, we did so from the perspective of, without FFAs, a large number of children and youth, both in Mendocino, Lake, and Humboldt counties, but across the state, were going to lose their homes if we didn't do this. In the midst of us worrying and scrambling around our own insurance, we had examples of kids coming back into Mendocino County, our kids. And then one of our programs, Emergency Support Services, supports them while they are sitting in office settings or the Family Visitation Center waiting for another foster home or a approved placement. On paper, it seems like a very straightforward straightforward question, and it's so much more dynamic and so much more intricate. It would feel like the bottom has fallen out of the safety net, and that we would be abandoning children and youth all over our communities.